What's up, everybody? It's your man, of Power. So, just to let y'all know, in the beginning of the video, when I was editing, I had a little bit of an audio issue. So, you're going to cut into the middle of the, well, not in the middle of the podcast, but you're going to cut a couple of minutes into the podcast because my stupid ass didn't turn down the audio of the game while we were recording. And I didn't realize it till I was about 3.5 minutes in. So, just to let y'all know, there's going to be timestamps in the description, but there will be different areas of topics that we're talking about. And the first topic that we'll be talking about basically is going to be talking about Urban Meyer and Jacksonville and, you know, what he went through to get to this and what are our thoughts about that. So nobody is confused when the video starts and you just hear us talking. But after that, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there in terms of no background audio. We have a couple mic issues, but again, just bear with us. I hope y'all enjoy, though. Thank y'all so much for listening. But without further ado, let's get into the podcast.
Okay, goes to OSU right when they're getting up in their stride. Okay, as soon as he fears he might lose to Michigan, he's like, you know what? I got a like a brain tumor threatening thing, and it's stress related, and the job is too stressful, so I got to quit coaching forever. Blah blah blah. Retires, and then you go coach on an even higher level. It's not like he came back to football at the high school level, right? He had to leave football because it was too stressful. He had to leave coaching because it's too stressful at the college level. True. Then now he's coming back at the NFL level. How is that not? Where is your little brain aneurysm tumor thing? Where is that at now, Urban? That's my question.
Let's not also forget these sexual assault allegations. Let me say for legal purposes. At Ohio State, all that shit that happened at Ohio State. I mean, yeah, the man when he left Florida, it was supposed to be like he was retiring, and I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, all right. He got his national championships with Tebow. Then Tebow went out crying, but he got him. He's gonna retire. He's gonna be an analyst, and then next thing you know, he's getting hired at Ohio State. I was like, wait, what? But I thought it was health issues. I'm like, so I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. But what's going to be the issue this time? Because we know in the NFL you can't just recruit and get all the good players.
Right.
There is a cap. There's free agency. You got to actually develop and build the team. I mean, like, okay, you're about to have a rookie quarterback. It's pretty obvious that everyone thinks they're going to draft Trevor Lawrence. If they don't get Trevor Lawrence, will he draft Justin Fields and be shocking? Because that was his quarterback.
Son of a bitch. But here's the thing about like the team building thing is that I think some college coaches like to go to the NFL because it's more of an even playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's like if you like you guys said he was at Utah. If he's at Utah, he ain't never beaten Alabama because they're always gonna get better recruits. But Ohio State, yeah, they were talented, but Alabama and them still had a way better roster. I mean, you saw what happened in the national championship.
Yeah.
So, I feel like he's trying to use this to prove himself. Because, after you get waxed by Bama and Clemson for X amount of years, you want to go to the league and be like, you know what? This is an even playing field. Let me show these motherfuckers that, I've got to censor myself. You said unfiltered. Let me show these motherfuckers I can win some games because I've been getting my shit waxed in the championship games and playoff games for the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Well, so that's my only positive for that is that he's going to be on a more even playing field, even though he's going to Jacksonville.
I just don't know if it's a smart move by Jacksonville for a couple of reasons. One, every program this man has been to, he has left disgraced of some sorts, whether it be a scandal or some health issue or whatever. He has left that program without a way to turn. Ohio State got lucky in hiring Ryan Day and him being able to pick up the stride and turn things around immediately.
True.
But, Urban Meyer was about to leave Ohio State in shambles. And so it's like, how long is it going to be before he leaves Jacksonville even worse off than they are now? And on top of that, to Apollo's point, you can't, it is about, I'm watching his games, like watching as a Michigan fan, I would always watch Ohio State games, because I want to scout the competition. it's not like he's doing anything advanced on the coaching aspect of things. You know, I guess he adapts well mid game. He's willing to tell his team to make the adjustments, but you know, I don't know personally if he's gonna be somebody that's gonna be competitive with Belichick or you know, even some of the more creative or aggressive coaches. You know, dude from the Miami Dolphins, you know, that dude's got some creative schemes going. I just don't know if Urban Meyer's going to hang. He might, but I don't know.
Well, here's what we do know about Urban Meyer. Every program he went to in college, he turned him around. He made him a winner. He turned Utah. He was what? He lost 2 games in this season, 2 seasons at Utah. 2 games. And those were in his first season. He went undefeated that last season. Went to Florida. Went to 2 national championships, won 1. All right, or no, did he win 2? Because I know he won. No,
I believe it was 1 because Jameis Winston, and then after that they kind of fell off.
They kind of and then he went to Ohio State. Ohio State's always been a premier program, but let's face it, before Urban Meyer got there, Ohio State was just kind of in like the limbo of like those
well, they had just lost what was his name, Trussell or something.
Yeah, so like they were trying to recover from his scandals, and he put Ohio State back on the map. I mean, they won the first college football playoff national championship.
Yes, yeah.
With a quarterback we never heard of until he got there. So true. And then so it's like, I mean, what is he gonna do this to Jacksonville? Is he gonna build him up? But again,
I don't know.
You gotta work within the system of free agency and the salary cap and all that. And I don't know.
I was about to say, Jacksonville certainly has the salary cap to do. If Urban Meyer gets there and he wants to make some moves, and they're gonna give him that what would you call that, creative input or whatever, you know, they have the salary cap to make the moves. And, you know, maybe he would be enough of a personality to draw players there. But I don't know. I don't see it being a long-term thing. That's for sure. Maybe he's there for 3 or 4 seasons, but I don't see him having sustained success. I definitely see him improving the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise and getting them on the right track. I just don't see it lasting.
Here's a question, though. Do you think he will pull the okie doke and draft Justin Fields? You think he would do that?
Okay. Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence. Let me just explain this. Okay, me personally, if it was me and I had to draft today, I would draft Trevor Lawrence because I think he's done. There's more just for him. There's more film. I feel like he's more well-rounded. He's more polished.
I do agree there, but remember, he coached Justin Fields.
Exactly.
So he knows. He already knows his tendencies, what he's good at, and he could build a system for him, around him. But
and I would also add too, you know, seeing Justin Fields. If someone would have asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have said hands down Trevor Lawrence is the better QB, and there's no reason anyone should not draft him at number 1. But seeing Justin Fields take that hit during the Clemson game and continue to play the way he played, and then clearly wasn't 100% in the Alabama game and continue to play the way he played, shows that he's got heart. And at least that's the type of person you want on a team. I don't know if he's got the skill that Trevor Lawrence has, but he definitely has heart. So that's a factor in itself that you got to take in when you're drafting. And I don't see him going any lower than 2. But yeah, if Urban Meyer is there, I don't know if they take Justin Fields or not. He could do it. Maybe they trade down a pick. Who knows?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even gonna hold the national championship game against Justin Fields because Alabama was just that good this year. They were literally that good.
But speaking on like quarterbacks, how do you think he's going to develop whichever quarterback he drafts? Because I don't think any of those Ohio State quarterbacks have done well in the league because most of them, like when they couldn't switch to like wide receiver like Braxton Miller did, they just kind of faded out and became backups. They never really have done nothing. I mean, Cardale Jones did something, but that was in a developmental league, and he's It's like the most successful out of all of them.
Speaking of Ohio State quarterbacks,
Pryor went to wide receiver. Braxton Miller went to wide receiver. Haskins is out of the league already.
Where's JT Barrett? Where's he?
I don't even know where JT Barrett is. I don't even know if he's in the league.
He was a backup for the Saints, and then obviously he's not on the roster now, so he's out of the league.
Is Terrell Pryor still in the league? Is he gone? I mean,
nah, he's out because he's out.
And remember, before that, you had Troy Smith, who won the Heisman. He didn't get drafted to like the 5th round.
That.
Yo, you cut in and out.
I know, it's a remix.
Thing.
Hey.
So it's like if all his well, I mean, it's just you know, college.
Hey, bro boy.
You know,
Foxy,
you're cutting in and out.
You cutting in and out, boy. You remixing, bro. Yo, he making his point though. He making his point.
He ain't got to the league. Do you trust him?
Wait, hold on. Do we trust who?
Yeah, they got my shit on the turntable right now. If I said 20 seconds.
My shit on the turntable.
Yo, I'm gonna choke on my cough drop. Come on, right? Oh shit.
Oh man, try hopping out, coming back in real quick.
It did. I don't.
Yo, my stomach hurt, man. You gotta stop, man.
It's gonna be a little now.
Yo, can you hear us?
What did
I don't think he can. Hold on, let me send him a message. Like, hey,
they doing dubstep with my shit?
Oh goddamn!
Goddamn, they got me some.
Yo, he gonna have to hop out, come back.
Yeah, he left. Oh my gosh! I was trying to. I didn't want to cut him off, but at the same time, I couldn't. I couldn't tell.
I'm literally crying. I'm literally crying right now. That's hilarious.
At this point, I done forgot what he even started talking about because.
Well, I had brought up something about Troy Smith, and then that's when he started dubstepping. So,
we were talking Terrell Pryor and Troy. Yeah.
Because before we move on, because Troy Smith, remember he won. Marcus Peterson just got an interception in the. Yo, he just warped through that guy. Got a pick. All right. So what I was saying, Troy Smith, remember he won the Heisman, and he didn't get drafted to like the 5th round. Ohio State. Who was the last Ohio State quarterback that we know that did anything in NFL? Nobody.
Yeah, I would say I don't think anyone.
None of them.
But you know what though? You know
who memory.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, baby.
6 rings.
Oh man. All right, but best of luck to Urban Meyer. Good luck in Jacksonville. I don't know. I'm not a cap wizard. I don't know how much cap room they got, and I don't know what kind of. I mean, they ain't really got nobody. They got rid of Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, that defense. Who do they?
I'm about to say with how many people they got rid of and didn't have.
Uh-oh. They have more issues. But we told y'all there was gonna be technical issues. All right.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Also, who are free agents this year? Is there any big name free agents coming up? Because I think everybody's locked up pretty much, right?
They got $73 million in cap space, bro.
I mean, they can sign a bunch of people, but I mean, who they gonna sign?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who they're gonna sign? Well, knowing Urban Meyer, he probably wants to he focuses a lot on offense. So I would not be surprised if they pick up Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. They probably pick up a wide receiver in the second round, and then sign some free agent offensive linemen, some free agent receivers, some scat backs.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised. And then to see all of a sudden Jacksonville running the shotgun scheme the whole year.
Yep. He bring Tebow back and put him at tight end or something.
Right. Just pay him a cool meal for a year. Yeah. Tebow, take it too.
Take it too. All right. Oh, by the way, y'all, I'm going to make sure to put timestamps in the description for each topic. If you want to skip forward to a certain topic and hear that first, or just hear it all the way through. But we're going to move on. So the next topic, don't know if y'all know the news. It ain't been made official yet, but I got an ESPN story about it. Bill O'Brien, the former Houston Texans coach, who did the dumbest move of the century so far by trading literally a top 2, probably the top receiver in the league. Just gave him away. Just gave the motherfucker away. Bill O'Brien is being considered, or they're working to finalize a deal to be the new offensive coordinator for Alabama. This is the third or fourth coach in a row. Nick Saban has took off the scrap heap that was pretty much shunned out. I don't like this move. Lane Kiffin, I didn't mind it because I know Lane Kiffin knows he knows offense. Okay, so that made sense. Steve Sarkisian, he's a good offensive coordinator. We'll see how he does at Texas. Texas ain't been shit since I was in school, but we'll see. Bill O'Brien, I mean, it's easy to look good. Yeah. It's easy to look good when you got Tom Brady throwing a damn ball. So, because he didn't develop anybody in Houston. He had Deshaun Watson, and he didn't really put a system. I mean, Deshaun Watson just showed his greatness to me in that system. Bill O'Brien just came up short so much. And I got a lot of friends that are Texans fans. The same issues with coaching that we have here in Dallas, they had down there in Houston with Bill O'Brien. And I just feel like it may work because it's Alabama. He's going to have talent galore. It's college. But we all know, as soon as he started messing up, Nick Saban ain't having that shit. Nick Saban will get rid of his ass real quick. But Miss, what are your thoughts on this?
Mess up in Bama with that coaching staff and freaking Nick Saban, you gotta be the trashiest coach of all time.
I agree.
Oh my god! His career and social life would be over if he finds a way to fail at Bama. They're going to be back position, and he couldn't even succeed at Bama. So he needs to go there and not only I mean, there's nothing really to win at going at Bama because even if he does good, it's you're at Bama. But if you do bad, it's damn, you really hit rock bottom then.
Right.
So, I don't know how to feel about the Bill O'Brien at Bama. I feel like it was the smartest for him, financially and from a success standpoint. But from a proving yourself standpoint, there's nothing to win there from for morals.
It's really not because, like I said, he's going to have talent. I mean, the next crop, they already have the number 1 recruiting class coming in.
Yep.
They're getting another top recruiting class, another track team at receivers. They got another good quarterback coming up. They got more running. I mean, they literally, it's like taking ammo, putting it in the clip, and just reloading a pistol. That's all you're doing. You're just reloading the golden gun. That's all you're doing at Alabama. So,
and that's the thing. I don't think that with Nick Saban there to take over at a moment's notice, I don't think that it's the talent that they're coming in and everything. I don't think it's possible for him to screw it up.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned. I don't think it's a bad move by Alabama. As a matter of fact, honestly, I think that the reason they're doing this is so that they can pay Nick Saban and not have to pay some offensive coordinator a boatload of money. They've been taking just, coaches that are on the outskirts that have really no other option, and they're saying, well, hey, you get to coach at this marquee program, and we'll throw you some scrap money so that we can continue to pay Nick Saban millions, and you're gonna win a championship anyway, so just put it on your resume.
Right, might as well.
Shit. I think that it's part of the move is on Alabama. I think they're just trying to get a cheap coach with a reputable. Despite as bad as he was and the decisions he made, he's still an NFL coach. Not a lot of people could say that.
True.
So I think they're just trying to get a cheap coach with a slightly decent rep to draw in even more recruits. And I think that they know they got the talent. They know Nick Saban is the Belichick of the college league,
pretty much.
And I don't think that they can do any wrong at this point. I think Alabama has reached a level of of attraction that I just don't think that they can go wrong with whoever they hire, so long as Nick Saban is there.
They could have hired me.
They got that recruiting class coming in.
Bro,
they could have hired me. I would have went up to say halfback dive.
Honestly,
why shallow
I can
cross?
see the fucking headlines now. Alabama's gonna go into a big game and they're gonna be like, "Oh, they got Bill O'Brien doing this, that, and the third." He was in a playoff game. They're not gonna say what happened in the playoff game. They're gonna be like, "He coached in a playoff game. He's been in these moments.
Right.
This is why you hire a coach like Bill O'Brien."
Right.
I can see them saying that bullshit right now.
Especially Kirk Herbstreit, man. He loves to just be on people's.
Oh, he be dick riding all day.
Yeah.
He is.
When he likes somebody, when he starts complimenting them for stuff that it's just in their job description, He'd be like, "Hey man, you see how Justin Fields made? He saw that the first receiver in his read was covered, so then he made the second read and threw the ball. Did you see that? That's a star quarterback right there." It's like, no, this is his job, mother. Like, he been doing this for 4 years. What you mean?
Kurt Herbstreit, another failed Ohio State quarterback. My goodness. But, I mean, who else was Bama going to hire as an offensive coordinator? Who else was out there? I mean, think about it. Steve Sarkisian left. Who else they going to hire? Some no-name?
That's what I'm saying. I think they did it just so that okay, now they can tell all these high school kids.
Yeah, we got an NFL coach here.
Bill O'Brien at the offensive coordinator position.
Because I don't know how many, because I know when I was in high school, I knew coaches in the NFL. Like, I knew how they coached and shit. So if a recruiter came to my house, which they didn't, unfortunately, I played JUCO ball, but that's not the point. If a recruiter came to my house and I'm a top recruit, like today, and they say, "Hey, we got Bill O'Brien," I'm going to look at Nick Saban like, first of all, I'm not coming to Alabama for that motherfucker. I'm coming for you.
Yeah. I think that Alabama in general, just with the timing of social media and everything blowing up, the way it is right in this moment, and then for the playoffs format to switch right when it did, and for social media to be happening, right, have been the team on top.
Yeah.
Those first couple years. Yeah. It's like now they're just set up like you're not gonna not know who Alabama is at this point.
True. So true.
So it's like even if you don't know anything about the coach, it's Alabama. Like somebody comes to your doorstep and they've got a gosh dang red jersey on with a goddamn white A on it. You're like, okay.
Yep, we know who you are. Come on in, sir. Roll tide your ass onto my couch.
Right. Yep.
Obviously, you here because you want me, or you wouldn't be here. So, you got room? Okay. I can start with by my sophomore season? Bet. What do I sign? But it's crazy because, think about it. Like, when Nick Saban started at Alabama wasn't shit.
Yeah.
And then they just came out of nowhere, and he stayed consistent for over a decade. Like, the last time that's happened was like back in the day, like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
No program has been able to stay consistent this long because, like, in the 80s, in the early 80s, you had Notre Dame. Then Miami came. Then in the 90s, you had, like, Nebraska and Michigan. Within the late 90s, you had, like, Oklahoma. Miami kind of came back a little bit, Texas. the early 2000s, Ohio State, Miami, LSU, USC, Texas.
Yeah.
Then the late 2000s, you got Florida, for pretty much all the SEC. And then
Right.
this whole decade, like Ohio State and Clemson came back, but it's been Alabama always at the top.
Well, you can kind of see the tier. I know everyone's calling for like an expansion in their playoffs. You know, oh, we need to do a 6-team or 8-team, whatever. But it's like you can see the difference between.
No, the talent level, yeah.
Oh wait, can you hear me?
Yeah. So here's my thing:
Okay.
if they expand the playoffs, we just gonna have more blowouts. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Let's say they do like a 14-team playoff like the NFL, and they give the 1 and 2 seed first round bye. Okay, if the 14th seed is like Cincinnati, they gonna get waxed by Alabama easily.
Yeah.
We don't want to see
it's
that.
good exposure for those schools,
Mhm.
and it might help even the playing ground in the future. But as of now, it's just not.
Yeah, I
No.
get that, but I think they should still do it so people aren't just saying, "Oh, we got cheated." To this day, people are saying UCF
Bro, UCF did
got
not
cheated
work.
or whatnot. I think they should do it at least for a year or two, so that way when they get smacked, they can be like, "Look, we tried it. Y'all got your ass whooped, and we're not doing this no more. It's not competitive." But then, even if they get smacked, I mean, Bama smacked the shit out of Ohio State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ain't nobody have a problem with that. Notre Dame got their ass whooped. Ain't nobody have a problem with that. They shouldn't even been in the motherfucker in the first place.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
they should like do it at least for like a year or two, just so they can say like, "Hey, we tried and y'all weren't competitive." Or if y'all watch Strong Opinion Sports by Matthew Schaumler, I think that's his real name.
Uh-huh.
He was like, you should have a whole separate playoffs for I don't know the difference between FBS and FCS, but like you have what we have now, and then like schools like Cincinnati, UCF,
Well, shit.
Coastal Carolina have their own playoff for a national title.
Well, you see, Division 2 and 3 has a playoff system, and they had it forever.
Bro, they got a super player. They got that
Yeah,
decent
they got
shit,
like
bro.
32-team playoffs.
Yeah, so why is Division 1 not doing it? But the skill gap, because like,
Well, I know exactly why. Okay, let me tell you why.
oh no,
It was just like, oh, we're gonna play this bowl game. Whoever wins this bowl game is the national champion. It was like, it started out as like, okay, whoever wins this bowl game is the national champion, right? And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, the people at the Rose Bowl like are really killing it. So it like there were some years. I mean, there's a lot of years. You look back in college football history. There's 2 national champions for the same year because it was just a bowl game, and but they're happy that way because both cities can claim national champions that year. They both make a ton of money. They both sell a ton of T-shirts. They both draw in a ton of recruits, and they were just happier that way. But now, like Broke Boy was saying, there's just not enough. There's just too much of a gap in talent between, there's Alabama, Clemson, OSU, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah.
There's too much of a gap in talent to justify expanding the playoff.
You're right, and you notice what Clemson and Alabama
have for expanding the playoffs is let's give these small schools a platform and give them a chance and some hope. But is it really worth it if they go up and they get blown out every year, against Alabama as a warm-up game against their second string? Like, I don't know.
Right. And does it not seem like every year you have Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State in the playoffs? It's like those 3 and then just somebody else. It's always those 3. It's crazy. And
since they started the playoffs, I don't think that there's been a year without those 3 in it.
It hasn't. It has. Hell, Bama's been in every year.
I would say I know Bama's been in every year. I think Clemson's been in every year.
I think Clemson only, if they miss a year, it'd probably be the first year. That's it. Other than that, yeah, they've been in it every year. It seems like Ohio State's in it every year. And
there was a 3-year stretch where it was Alabama versus Clemson for the national title.
Yeah, it was like the Warriors and Cavs, but in college football, it was crazy. But yeah, good luck to you, Bill O'Brien. You dipshit for trading the DeAndre Hopkins, but you traded your job away when you did that. But real quick before we move to the main event topic of the video, I just want to give my thoughts real quick about my Cowboys hiring Dan Quinn as defensive coordinator Jerry Jones, what I want you to do, I want you to go in a room. I want you to sit down. I want you to take a fucking hammer. I want you to beat your own dick in. Why would you hire Dan fucking Quinn? Dan Quinn. The motherfucker that you got an onside kick
Hey, what you
against.
talking about, bro? He got the best first half defense of all time.
Bro, you cannot. No. You cannot mix that with our cowboyism, okay? You can't. That's not a good mix, man. We already got some cowboyism going on because of Jerry Jones. Look, when I saw that hire, my jaw dropped in despair. I was like, hell no.
He was like, don't nobody talk to me for the rest of the day.
Right? I'm like, we gonna hire the guy who allowed the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history to come be. Who was a defensive minded coach, and he allowed that. I'm gonna agree. Yeah. Now, a lot of times I don't agree with the quote unquote analysts and shit when they talking shit on TV, but I'm agree with them when I say this. Dan Quinn's coming to be defensive coordinator. Where's Richard Sherman? Where's Cam Chancellor? Where's Earl Thomas? Michael Bennett? Bobby Wagner? KJ Wright? Where is anybody on that defense comparable to who we have now? We ain't got nobody on that level. It's easy. Look, I'm not saying Dan Quinn can't coach, but it's easy to coach when you got, I don't know, 5, 6 Hall of Famers on your defense. And your defense is just studs. Wolf Hunter seems to be on the path to Sean Lee. Sean Lee, I don't know what the fuck Sean Lee doing. Jalen Smith, he just out there getting cardio apparently because he's running around like a chicken with his fucking head cut off. Don't even get me started on our secondary. Oh my God, hell no. Our defensive line, we paying DeMarcus Lawrence $100 million to do what exactly? Dress up? That's what it seemed like. I don't know.
Yo, get his check and look pretty.
I guess so.
Hey, y'all paying for his hairdo. You see his dreads, they be crisp every day.
He be having a crisp edge up. I be seeing his fit when he comes to the game. I'm like, okay, he clean. So that's where money going. Because it obviously ain't going into production. So
my thing is when I look at the Cowboys defense on Madden, I'm like, yo, this isn't a bad defense.
Yo, it's good on Madden. D-Law can't be blocked. The secondary, it's just so hard. I play with the Cowboys D. It's so easy to stop people. But that's
Facts.
Madden. It's Madden, though.
But the Eagles fans and the Giants and whoever else in that division, they gonna tell y'all the dude who is over ratings is a Cowboys fan. Just letting y'all know.
Bro, I am one of the most, I can honestly say I'm the most logical Cowboys fan. I'm not the type of fan that's like, we're going to get him next. No. If we suck, I'm going to let you know why we suck. I'm going to tell you why we suck. Alright? Shit. We ain't won a Super Bowl since I was in fucking Ninja Turtle draws, okay? Long time. It's been way too long. But I just wanted to get that out there.
My parents weren't even married since the last time the Chargers even sniffed the Super Bowl.
My dad had hair the last time them motherfuckers.
God damn.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. But we're going to move on. I got plenty of time in the offseason to rant about my Cowboys. But, so, Deshaun Watson, he wants out. I don't know. He may have to pull a James Harden and eat his way out. I hope not.
I don't know.
But Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston.
I don't blame him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So, I'm going to let y'all give y'all opinion, too. I'll let y'all go first, but I'm going to go, too. But I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all think the best landing spot would be for him? Like, what team, if you were the GM of a team, would you go for Deshaun Watson, and what team would you be and why? Because I know.
Well, first of all, I want to say I feel bad for the people of Texas, man. Just in general, you lose Westbrook, Harden, possibly Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Especially Houston, possibly Deshaun Watson.
Yo, Houston is in shambles right now. J.J.
Watt.
Yo, Houston sports is in shambles. I mean, the baseball team are cheaters. James Harden ate his way out the city. Westbrook said hell no. Now you got Deshaun Watson and, yeah, like you said, probably J.J. Watt trying to get the hell out of there. That's crazy. But
my thing is, if honestly, pick a team. For the most part, just about any team could. Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, look at the numbers he put up this year, and that's after they took away his number one receiver.
Right. I got 3 teams. I think he would be perfect at.
Facts.
I got 3 teams.
What I have to say though is it's gonna lead to a subtopic, but the 2 teams that I would say is number 1, the Colts. They're always saying like trade for Carson Wentz because Frank Wright.
Yeah.
But that offensive line, Carson Wentz had an off year. I don't think it's gonna make him bad forever. But Deshaun Watson facing pretty much the same situation, and he actually did, as good or better, as Carson Wentz kind of, digressed. So there's the Colts, which would be beautiful. Or the Steelers, Big Ben is ass.
Yep.
I mean, he did show up for the last pity point, the pity quarters of that game, but he's trash and he's diminishing. So you put him with Mike Tomlin, who is a qualified Coach of the Year candidate every year, and you get Deshaun Watson, you're making it. But the one thing I want to throw out there, because it pissed me off, is I was watching videos and they're like, Deshaun Watson led the league in passing despite having a horrible team, this, that, and the third. But when Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards, everybody was preaching that passing yards was overrated.
Right.
And now a quarterback that they actually like does it, and passing yards is not overrated.
Well,
so y'all don't be doing that.
Well, Watson
those other dudes, bro, it made me so mad.
Jameis Winston also.
I think passing yards is one thing. I think you got to look at passing yards per attempt. I think is a bigger qualification for me.
There we go.
Yeah.
Personally, just because like there was that. I think it was 2011 when people were saying Breeze got snuffed for the MVP over Rodgers because he had like such a set of record for passing yards. But it was like, but he had like almost 150 more attempts. So like if Aaron Rodgers had 150 more attempts, he would have had more passing yards, like 60 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like of course he was the MVP. He was just more efficient.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me though about the Deshaun Watson teams, I'd like to see him on. Not just teams I think would go for him or that need him, but just an actual team I would like to see him on. Personally, I do like him on the Steelers. I think they have a salary cap issue though, so I don't know what the longevity situation would be like there. I do love him on the Colts because Phillip Rivers probably isn't coming back, and the Colts have a
Oh shit.
Oh no, it cut out his gym.
He get cut out. Damn. All right, Miss. All right, well, while Miss fix that, here are my 3 teams I think Deshaun would be good for. San Francisco, because they'll be back healthy next year for sure.
All right. Lastly, I like him.
He makes sure he get this point in. Nah.
He's I'll get that shit in. All right, go ahead, Miss. Sorry, say it again.
I like Deshaun Watson at the Patriots.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's a question mark there.
Spicy.
Like yeah, I like that.
I think Belichick would take Deshaun if given the opportunity. I think he wouldn't even hesitate.
I don't think he would either, but he got to get some receivers to throw to, and he got to get that line. He got to get that line healthy, or Deshaun gonna get hurt. But my top 3 teams. Okay, I got San Francisco. I just think it works well with that running game, and then you add the read option capability with Deshaun Watson. And the ability that he can throw, I mean, that's just... I would be afraid of San Francisco in that division. Russell Wilson better look out if Deshaun Watson comes over there. My second team, because they got a good defense, but they have no playmakers on offense, Chicago. They've never had a good quarterback. And if they can get to Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, you can't tell me with that defense they can't get to Super Bowl or even a deep playoff run with Deshaun Watson. Just give him 1 or 2. Let's give him a good receiver or like a running back or something, or tight end. I think they'll do well. Third team, Denver. Because now you got Jerry Judy. You got those weapons over there. You still got a good, decent defense. I just feel like, and I feel like those 3 teams, maybe not San Francisco so much, but Chicago and Denver, I feel like they can probably make that work in the trade. I don't know. That's just my opinion on where I think he would fit in perfectly at. Or the teams he could help the most right now instantly turn around. But if you're Houston, would you trade Deshaun for that number 1 pick and get Trevor Lawrence? Uh-oh. I'm by myself.
That's a...
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, y'all.
That's a good one.
Because I mean, if you get Trevor Lawrence, that's a lot of money you'll save on the cap because he'll be on a rookie deal, and
Mm-hmm.
Urban Meyer will have a not necessarily veteran quarterback, but he will have a good one of the top quarterbacks in the league who's still young enough and he can build around, and he doesn't have to worry about him being a proven commodity. We know what Deshaun Watson is. We know what he is. So, and it brings marketability to Jacksonville. So, do y'all think the Jaguars are considering that? Y'all think they're in talks with Houston about that? Or would y'all rather just take Trevor Lawrence and just have Urban Meyer? Because, like, I feel like that is a very spicy topic.
Like they're like trading Deshaun Watson for basically Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. I don't feel like that's what people will want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be great. But as good as Trevor Lawrence is, he's still unproven.
True.
In the from an NFL standpoint,
True.
so you don't really know how that's going to go. But you got a guy like Deshaun Watson who's been doing great things for a number of years.
Yeah.
So for sure at this level he's going to be a stud if as long as you don't fuck him over, which he's been a stud even though he's been getting fucked over by the Texans since he got in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So that I feel like definitely the Jaguars, if they were offered, they would take that, because like Deshaun Watson, okay, proven starter, he's going to get that locker room going.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, Trevor Lawrence is basically bust proof, but you can have him, because we know for a fact that Deshaun Watson, where he goes, he's going to elevate the talent.
True.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence, he might elevate the talent, but you don't know. You just know that Trevor Lawrence as a individual is going to be good, but you don't know if he's going to make the locker room better. You know for a fact, Sean Watson, he coming out locker room, motherfuckers is like they head up. What you want to? They got that. Y'all see RDC World with LeBron?
Yeah.
When he be telling them what to do. That's
Yeah.
what they gonna be like with with Deshaun Watson in the locker room.
Oh, facts, big facts. All right, so, all right, y'all. Divisional round playoffs this weekend. So the first game. What is the first game? Hold on, let me look. Oh yeah, okay.
The first game,
the Saints and Bucks. All right.
Was that the first game?
Yeah, that's gonna be the first game on Saturday. I know, right? It's gonna be Saints and Bucks, then Ravens and Bills, and then Sunday we get Cleveland and Kansas City, and then the night game will be LA and Green Bay.
Oh, I
But
thought
we got some games this week.
It's gonna be a good weekend of football this weekend. So
I thought the Rams and the Packers play tomorrow at 4.
no, well let's look. Let me look. I got my computer open right now. Let me look. I got too many damn screens up. Hold on. All right, NFL playoff scheduled. Okay, so tomorrow, yes, you were right, miss. So tomorrow, we got Rams and Packers. That's the first game. So we'll just go game by game. So tomorrow, first game, Rams and Packers. Who y'all got?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh shoot, hold up.
Oh man. Y'all bear with us. Y'all just bear with us.
Okay. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah, you good. I hear you.
Okay. For Rams and Packers, man, the Packers better win, bro.
They better win, and they should win. And I think they will win. Because
I just think. I mean, I think that the Rams have a phenomenal defense, and I would say defense wins championships, all that good stuff. But I don't know how Jared Goff's thumb is. I don't know how old dude's neck is.
oh god, that shit was nasty.
Yeah. If you take out the Rams offense and you just assume they're going to do good, I feel like I don't know. I want to be safe and say the Packers are going to win. I'm going to say that, but I'm not going to be shocked if they lose because if Jalen Ramsey takes away Devontae Adams, who
If
else is going to do something on that offense? Because the rest of them, besides Devontae Adams, is a bunch of no names. Now that Tunyon guy is getting a little bit of press because he's like pretty much been the mismatch. Breakout player. Every year
yeah,
there's
Yeah.
that random breakout player. So he's the random breakout player. And it's like, I don't know, because those dudes normally disappear in the big games against, good defenses. So it's like if Tunyon, French Fry is not fucking going around making a breakout game, and Devontae Adams is in there, who do you got to rely on? You got Alan Lazard and Marquez Valdez Scantling. Those are your receivers. So, I mean, eh, I'm going to take the Packers, but I'm just saying it's not going to be that easy, and
it's
it's not going
not
to be shocking if they lose.
right. And
Yeah, my analysis is, I think the Rams have a phenomenal defense. If they win the game, they're gonna have to win it on defense. But that being said, I mean, I don't think it's a matter of if someone can get open. Let's just assume Devontae Adams is locked down the whole game, by Jalen Ramsey. I think someone will get open, and I think Aaron Rodgers will find them. It's just a matter of time. Aaron Rodgers is just so. Personally, I think Aaron Rodgers is probably the best QB in the league. Right at this moment, at least. So I mean, I just think he's too good. If there's someone open at all, he's gonna hit him. It's just a matter of if there's gonna be someone open, and I think that's what I'm waiting to see. Is if how good is the Rams defense truly, really?
you're right. I hear you there. So we're all in agreement though that the Packers will. We're picking the Packers. We're all in agreement there.
Oh yeah, I'm picking the Packers for
Picking
sure.
the- all right.
And if I had to project a score, to be honest, I would say 42-35.
Oh damn, high scoring, huh? I'm gonna go 20-17 because Green Bay's not going to be able to run the ball. I can tell you that now. And despite how good Devontae's been playing, I don't think he's going to have an easy day with Jalen Ramsey on him at all. But I still think Green Bay will pull it off. They'll find a way. You got Aaron Rodgers. I don't trust Jared Goff. I feel like he's a product of Sean McVay's system. I feel like his flaws are completely covered in that system. If you told Jared Goff to just drop back without all that stupid, crazy ass motion and all this trickery and this like smoke and mirrors that Sean McVay is so good at, if you just ask him to drop back and beat you like a Tom Brady, Drew Brees, I don't think he can do that at all. And he's not athletic to be like Lamar and use his feet. So I just don't trust Jared Goff, which is why they lost the Super Bowl. But yeah, I'm gonna go
especially with his thumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's in Green Bay and it's gonna be cold.
Yep.
That thumb is not gonna be any better in that cold ass weather. Green Bay in January is not fun. So, that being said, the night game, which I think will be the game of the weekend. I think this will be the game of the weekend. I'm going to be zoned in for this game. By the way, we should all get in the chat for this game. Baltimore and Buffalo. I'm torn. One of my best friends that I served with in the Army is a Buffalo Bills fan. I play with Buffalo with DJ Livingston. That don't matter. That don't matter none. But and believe it or not, growing up, I had my top 3 teams were Dallas, Denver, and Baltimore because I loved Ed Reed. I was a big fan of him and Chris McCaskill.
Oh man, yeah.
And Ray Lewis. So I grew up watching that defense. I used to try to emulate them guys. So Baltimore is one of my top teams. So my heart's in it for Baltimore. I think Baltimore will win this game. I think this game will be the game of the weekend. But I see this game being like 35, 31 or some shit. It's going to be like a 30-point plus game. Lamar and Josh Allen are going to show out. I think they're going to show out for real.
Yeah, you know what? With how the Bills played against the Colts, and it looked like they were wanting to give that game away.
They really were.
If they play like that this week, the Ravens will win. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Ravens just are good at keeping games close and just letting Lamar do what he does when he does it and winning that way. If the Bills do what they've been doing all season and they get up 10-0 or 14-0 real quick, I think that I think that the Ravens will have a very tough time coming from behind. That being said, I'm going to say that the Ravens get the ball first and score, and I'm going to say they win the game.
You know, I like that. I like that analysis. But the matchup I'm looking forward to is who's going to guard Stephon Diggs, because as good as Stephon Diggs is, I watched the game last week with Tennessee and Baltimore. They do not have a receiver the caliber of A.J. Brown is a monster. Marlon Humphrey is a physical corner, and Stephon Diggs is not a big physical receiver. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. And Marcus Peters, he might not be the best cover corner, but he is the best ball hawk defensive back in the league. I don't care what nobody say. So Stephon Diggs, his best routes are like those intermediate deep routes, those ins and those outs. Marcus Peters just sits on that stuff. So I don't see Buffalo really running the ball at all. They're not Tennessee. If they hold Derrick Henry to 48 yards rushing, Buffalo might as well get ready to just throw the damn ball, because they're not, and then their top back is out anyway. So best of luck to you. But Baltimore,
I think if the Ravens come out hot on defense and send the pressure and say, "Hey, you're not going to run the ball, you got to pass it," and then they get to sit back, I think that they become a dangerous force.
True. Plus, with Buffalo's defense, Lamar's now shown you can't just come out there on the field and put a bunch of defensive backs out there and think you're going to stop them, because if Baltimore gets ahead of steam and starts running the football, you ain't got nothing but a bunch of defensive backs out there. And Baltimore's fullback, Picard big ass, is 300 pounds.
Yeah.
If I'm a DB, I'm not trying to tackle no 300-pound motherfucker in the snow. So if Buffalo plays big or heavy, then Lamar can get on the edge. But if they play small, then they're just going to pound them. So Buffalo defensively, they got their hands full. They really do. But I still think it's going to be fairly close, because I see the Bills making big plays on offense.
Yeah.
So, but
it'll be a matter. I think the Ravens are more sound fundamentally.
Yeah.
But I think that the Ravens just have that explosive tendency, or the Bills have that explosive tendency, and so it's just gonna be a matter of are we gonna see these big chunk plays, or are we gonna just see the Ravens stay focused and do their thing and come out with a win? I don't know, but I'm hoping that the Ravens are looking sharp. So I'm hoping that they stay sharp and they get the win. I think it would be probably the game of the weekend, to be honest.
I think so too. And I hope Lamar will just block the noise out. Bro, if you run for 190 yards and you only throw for 130, so what? If you win the game, you win the game. Use your legs. You're an athlete. Use your legs. Scramble. Go Michael Vick. Who cares if you throw for 300? Bro, all you got to do is win. It's the playoffs. And I think he realized that last week. He ain't got to throw for 200, 300. If that's not your game, if you're not at that level yet, that's okay. Be electric, man. Be dynamic. And I hope he does that. Plus, I like Lamar, man. I'm a big fan of Lamar Jackson. But
yeah, man. That touchdown run, that like 40-something yard touchdown run that he had last weekend,
it came out. He snuck
crazy.
Out. It was crazy because he was standing in the pocket. I'm like, Lamar, get rid of the ball. You about to get sacked. He took off, and when he got loose, I was like, oh, he gone. He turned those wheels on. I was like, he's gone. Ain't nobody catching him.
But the crazy thing is, his movement in the pocket got the defensive people to mix their assignments up on who was covering the outside and who was covering the inside of the pocket. So he created the gap himself with his movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he took off, the way he changed direction and the way he did it at full speed, like he didn't even slow, it was almost as if he was still speeding up as he was changing direction. There's just no other athlete
like that
in the league that does that.
And you know, people like to compare him to Michael Vick. Okay, I grew up watching Michael Vick. I had Madden 04. Michael Vick, bro. Michael Vick was not doing what Lamar. Michael Vick was more. He had speed, but he was juking you. Lamar literally changes. It's like he's like a 6-gear car. He's literally shifting gears and getting faster as he's moving. And oh, by the way, he still has wiggles. So like, I think he is definitely much. I don't know. He's a weapon, man. He's a weapon. But
he had an amazing deep ball.
He does.
And they would just run 4 verts, and so you'd have to guard deep, and then he would just have 20 yards to run.
Exactly.
And once he got it, he would get it. But Lamar's thing, you know, I mean, even when they throw the shallow game and they're running the ball like reliably, and people are playing up close on him, man, he can just create space.
Exactly.
I hope to, and I mean, you know, I never want to see anyone get injured, but just especially him, man. I hope that he stays healthy.
I do too.
I would love to see him have a long career doing that, and then, you know, seeing him adapt like a Jordan almost, you know, going from dunking to shooting. You know, I would love to see that.
I like that how you put that. Yes, or going from Michael Vick Atlanta to Michael Vick Philly. Remember that 1 year in Philly, Michael Vick was he was tearing it up, passing and running. Yeah, I think that's what Lamar can become. But yeah, I think Baltimore's going to win this one. Foxboy, you got anything? Oh, he's on mute. He's probably moving something.
Probably yeah. I was saying he probably moving to bed or something.
All right,
in here wrecking the kitchen.
all right. Real quick, who do you got winning? Baltimore or Buffalo?
My heart says Baltimore. But I feel like this is one of those years for the Bills, because it feels like even though he almost blew it last week, but it feels like I don't know. I can't say that now that I thought about it. Both of these quarterbacks with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, they've been finding a way to just pull something out of their ass and find ways to win.
Right. As
I walk into a room that's echoing like a motherfucker. But yeah, they just been finding ways to just win. Josh Allen, the team pulled it out for him last week. Lamar Jackson with the legs found a way to do it last week. So that's a tough game to call. But I want to say the Ravens, because I feel like they finally got the jitters out. You know, the last 2 years they've been one and done because of just random things. You know, not being able to stop Derrick Henry, and then they lost to the Chargers. Yeah. You know, our highlight of the last 5 years. But I want to say Lamar, because even though the Bills are having a phenomenal season, I feel like the team is as talented, or he has a better situation around him from a leadership standpoint, from a we've been here before standpoint. Okay. So I'm going to go Baltimore.
All right. Okay. Universal.
So we all agree again.
All right. All right, next game. Sunday. Cleveland versus Kansas City. This one's real easy for me. Kansas City, because this is what I think. Now you got too much pressure on Baker Mayfield. And I feel like Baker Mayfield's going to go out there and try to do too much, because he's got to live up to the commercial.
Hold on. I know you saw the commercial, the Nissan commercial. He only performed under pressure. Okay.
Well, I hope he wakes up feeling dangerous on Sunday morning, because he's going to need it. Because
give us a game.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Myles Garrett don't get anywhere in that backfield, if he does not get anywhere in that backfield, Cleveland is going to get told the fuck up by that Kansas City offense. Because
it's been quite a quiet year for him.
Yo, it has, but that makes.
I think he was either injured or suspended. No, he was injured for a couple games.
Yeah, but I think, man, look, when I think about Cleveland's defense, who they gonna put on Tyreek? No one. Who they gonna put on Kelsey?
In theory, they can put Denzel Ward if he's healthy.
I'm about to say, probably Denzel Ward if he's healthy is probably their best option.
Okay.
Yeah, he ran like a 4.3, and it was like no bullshit 4.3 where it was like 4.39. He ran a legit 4.3. You can look it up. I don't know what it was. I think it was 4.35, 4.33.
I get you.
So he has the speed in theory to keep up. That's their best way to do it.
When it comes to Tyreek Hill, though, all 40s are not created equal. So you put Denzel Ward on Tyreek Hill. So who's guarding Travis Kelce?
Yeah, who's
That's
grabbing
what I'm saying.
Kelsey?
Yeah, I
Watkins
don't.
can fly.
You
We have
got
Miko
a
can fly.
Miko
weak
Harmon
front
can
seven.
fly. You got Sammy Watkins
Sammy
can
Watkins.
fly. You got Clyde Edward-Helaire in the backfield. Oh, by the way, they got Le'Veon Bell. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. And then you got Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy calling plays. Oh, and by the way, you got Patrick Mahomes, who's probably the best. I think the best quarterback in the league, right now. Who's on the path? Who's on path to be probably the GOAT. So
he's definitely on track already.
So it's like, Cleveland does not. If they have to, I hate to say it, but you do not want to get in the shootout with Kansas City. But I think that's what Cleveland has to do, or they better feed Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt playing his own team, so I'm sure Kareem Hunt gonna feel kind of salty. Cleveland wants a chance. They better feed them that two-headed monster in the backfield and not throw the ball.
Facts, man.
Because
they're gonna have to pull out the milk jugs in the tote game.
They're gonna have
they want to stay in there. I'm telling you,
if they want to win, they better keep Patrick Mahomes' ass on the fucking bench, watching the game, freezing, because it's gonna be cold. So that's the only way Cleveland can win. Don't go out there trying to quick strike, because they better hold the ball. I mean, like 8-minute drives and not field goals. They gotta score. They gotta go 8-minute drive. Hopefully get a 3-and-out or 2, and that's the only chance I think they have to win. Other than that, I think Cleveland has absolutely no shot. I think this is the one game that's going to be a landslide. Kansas City, 42-10.
Yeah, and I'll address it. I mean, I know in the chat I said
42-10. Damn.
You know what though? I know I said in the chat last week that the Browns didn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yes, elaborate.
And I was proven wrong, so I will admit that on to the world publicly. That being said, that being said, watching them play last week and the way that they handled the victory. I see your point that Baker Mayfield might, last week there was no one in the world thought that they were going to win.
Exactly.
And it was very no pressure for them.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I forgot who Cleveland even played last week. Who did they play?
It's the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. God damn.
To this day, they are still butthurt.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh yeah. My wife's dad is a Steelers fan, and when that first play happened, so she watched the game with me. She doesn't know. She knows enough about football, to kind of get it. But that first play happened, and I said, "Your dad just turned off the TV." And then they went up. They had an interception right away, and then I said, "Your dad just turned the TV back on and then turned it right back off."
Yo,
your dad just went to bed for the night.
He was in the fetal. He was in the fetal position by halftime, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the game, but I was getting the updates, and I remember looking at the score. And when I saw 28-0 with like 5 minutes left in the first quarter, I said, "What in the fuck is going on?" Cleveland.
Apollo, you should have seen their faces. They zoomed in. I believe it was on the center. They zoomed in on his face for the Steelers, and you could tell that the game was over.
Oh man,
it's 14-0, and I was like, Browns won. Yep. I mean, it was just they saw that his face, and then Ben's face on the sidelines. That one year that Peyton Manning went to the Super Bowl, and then they had that fumble, that missnap fumble, and you could tell you saw his face on the sidelines, and you could tell it was over. It was just like that, man.
Yeah. Seattle beat the.
It was a replica.
I still say the worst Super Bowl I ever watched, because Seattle beat the brakes off of Denver.
Yeah, that was bad. But you know what though? To my pick, I feel like you would have to be an idiot to not pick the Chiefs. They're just too talented.
Way too
I don't know how they're doing it from a salary cap point of view. I don't know what's going on over there. But
under the table, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They maybe everyone just has a championship mindset and they're willing to get paid less. I don't know, but there should be absolutely no reason. Pardon a major injury, the Chiefs should absolutely win it. But if the Browns want to win it, they're gonna have to do ball control. They're gonna have to wear the defense out with the run game, and then they're gonna have to keep their defense fresh by not having them on the field all game. But even still, I mean, I think the only way the Browns win this is if they come out and there's another miscommunication, fumble 6, first play of the game. Okay. Other than that, I think the Browns lose.
Okay.
It's doing him wrong. He gonna come back in a second.
He gonna come back.
I feel like the score would be about 28-10, 35-10.
Oh, man.
Oh, bro, I turned the fucking shampoo on.
Yo, we wild in here. All right.
I didn't think it was on, bro. I didn't know it was plugged in. Now, I can't. The score in my head is like 24-21 because of like all the clock control that's going to go on. But I don't really want to say a score. I just think the game will be within 10 points. It's Kansas City. Pat and the Mahomes going to figure something out. But it's going to be within 10 points.
Okay. Okay. I respect that. But once again, we're in unison. Kansas City is going to win.
Yeah.
All right. Last game of the weekend. And to me, this is the hardest game for me to pick. We got the old men. We got Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Ooh-wee. If there were fans in the stands, I'm going New Orleans because you just that New Orleans crowd. It's intimidating, but there's no fans. We got no fans, which is a plus for Tom Brady. I really can't choose this game. Like if somebody put a gun to my head and say choose a team, I'm getting shot because I don't know who to choose. Because I just cannot believe that Tom Brady's going to lose to the same team 3 times in one season.
Right.
But I also cannot believe that the Saints are not going to be hyped up for the game, especially defensively, and let Tampa Bay come in there and just run roughshod on them. So, that being said, me personally, which I think this will be Drew's last year, I think the Saints will come out hyped up. And if I really truly have to pick a winner or die right now, I'm going to pick the Saints to win in a very close and low-scoring game. So I'm going to pick the Saints 24-21.
For a second, I thought you was about to say I would choose to die.
No. No, man.
You had me in suspense, man. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it's like I find it hard with how, especially the way that they lost to the Saints. Yeah. I would find it hard to believe that they could beat the Saints. Just it looks like the Saints just have their number. Mm-hmm. At the same time,
bro, they wrong. They wrong for this. They are wrong.
They're so wrong for this. Mist gonna have to come back and make his point again. Come back, Mist.
It'd be right at the climax, like right when he about to drop the mic on
like, right? It was, come on. Yo, they hating on you, Mist. Go ahead and finish your point, bro.
Oh, God.
But if they ever do, I'm going to say no.
Okay. You have to repeat all that. We didn't hear none of it.
Not a team.
I'm going to try to keep this quick, but I mean, on the one hand, it's like they've lost twice to the Saints already. It feels like the Saints just have their number. They're not doing anything right. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, it's like I don't believe, and this might just be the Tom Brady fan and the Michigan fan of me, I don't believe Tom Brady can sit back and lose to the same team.
See? You caught it.
And also when you look on paper, it's like the Bucks should be the better team. They definitely have the stacked roster. They're definitely ring chasing this year for sure.
For sure.
got everybody but JJ Watt. Like,
right.
You know, so all that being said, it's a toss up for me. I'm rooting for the Bucks if we're being, it's the Brady in me, and I want to see, I like to see teams pull together and ring chase, and veterans take less salary to get a ring and actually do it. I like to see that, so I'm rooting for them. But at the same time, I'm gonna be watching it like I'm gonna be watching it, rooting for the Bucks. But at the same time, if the Saints win, even if the Saints blow them out, I would not be surprised at all. I think that the Saints just have their number. I think it's a coaching standpoint at this point. The Saints, are just being beat from a coaching manner.
Yeah. Okay.
The plays that they're calling and everything, they have it down pat, and they run what they do. And Taysom Hill, such an S factor. If I had to guess, I would say, Saints probably 27 to the Patriots, to the Bucks 25.
Okay, another close game. All right, Foxy, go ahead, end it on a good note, man. What you got?
Code name Fox, but I'm still a lone wolf. Look, I got the Buccaneers winning. There ain't no way in hell Brady rarely loses twice in the same season, let alone 3 times. And it's just the talent of the roster. You got Mike Evans, Antonio Brown is finding his stride. Gronk shows up randomly. If Gronk don't show up, they got Cameron Brate. It's so many weapons. Unless they're just shooting themselves in the foot the whole game like they did the last time they met, I feel Brady is going to find a way. Plus, it's the playoff games. It's just I can't go against Brady. I love Drew Brees. Saints fans are going to be pissed if I'm right, because it's going to be like the 4th year where they got hold on their championship run. You know what I'm saying? But I just got to take Brady. And I feel like it's probably going to be close. It's going to be within, 7 points. But I got to take Brady. And if they're going to win, they're probably going to have to keep it low scoring. So I'll go 21-17 Bucks win.
So this is the first and only game where we did not go in unison. But we still got the majority. The Saints will win in a close one. Oh, man.
Right.
This is going to be a fun weekend. Well, fellas, that is all the topics we have for tonight. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I appreciate you, fellas. We got to do this. We got to do this next week, because there's going to be some more news coming out next week, and we'll preview conference championship weekend.
Hopefully I have my mic by then.
Hey. We're going to try to get everybody else on, too. We ain't going to have everybody ducking and dodging on us like this. We got to get everybody in here for sure. But, and also, let's try to get in the chat tomorrow for these games, if y'all want to. If y'all ain't busy. But,
and we're going to have a battle rap session next time, too.
Okay, let me get my bars written down. I'm gonna write my bars down, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit up my ghostwriter, tell him to get me some.
Yeah, I'm gonna copyright the 8 Mile.
Right? Hey, I already got a couple of tracks I can steal some lines from and put it with some other ones. little sample.
Ain't nothing wrong with sampling and rap.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, for everybody that listened to the video and you stuck it all the way through, y'all be sure to put down in the comments who y'all think's gonna win. Give me your opinions and thoughts on all the topics we discussed. With that being said, y'all be sure to check out Mr. Fate's YouTube channel. Check out my boy Foxboy's channel. I love Foxboy. Thank y'all so much for coming through. If you like what you heard here, or if you don't give a damn what we had to say, but you heard anyway, be sure to like the video, subscribe to everybody's channel, because we all trying to get paid. We taking over YouTube at one time. We're gonna think of a click name. We ain't came up with nothing yet. We'll think of something eventually. But we should call ourselves the niggas. No, let's not do that. But y'all be sure to share the content. Again, shout out to the homies for coming through. Shout out to the other homies that didn't come through. And you see what y'all missed out on. But I'm Apollo. I'm signing out. Everybody be safe. One love, baby. All glory to God. I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace!